All right, Coach Missy Bilderback, point guard Carly Keats, guard Meloney Thames. Coach, go ahead, kick us off with an opening statement.
Yeah, just really proud of our team. I mean, anytime you can get a win to open the year, especially against a MAC opponent, you got to be pleased with that. It wasn't perfect by any means. We've got so many areas that we can grow. You know, I've said this, we can play a lot of different lineups. Tonight presented a little bit of a challenge, and they really threw 5 perimeter players at us. So I think it limited our bigs a little bit and what we wanted to do with some lineups there defensively. But overall, I'm just really proud of our team. Shot over 60% from the 3. Limited our turnovers, and I thought when we had to get stops, we did a great job of getting those stops and just finding a way to win the game. So a lot to build on, a lot to be proud of. Certainly excited to get back to practice tomorrow and see where we can continue to grow.
I guess, Missy, my first question is just, you get your first win as a head coach here at Southern Miss. They had the honor for Coach McNeilis at the beginning of the game. But how special is it just to get your first win and just get it under your belt?
Yeah, I mean, obviously just to get that monkey off your back, so to speak, there and just go in and have that over with so we can just focus. I thought our crowd was tremendous. I really appreciate everybody coming out. What a great atmosphere. I mean, I know you guys could feel it. And so, you know, and then certainly being able to follow and honor Coach Joy and, you know, everything that she's done here and the history of the program is just tremendous with her legacy. And so certainly a special time for sure today. You know, so just really thankful, and like I say, now we can just focus on what we need to do to get better, get that first win out of the way, and move on.
And you made 12 threes tonight, which I believe is the first time that women's basketball here has made 12 threes since 2016, so that had to be good to see the ball on the basket. I guess for the players too.
Yeah, they like the 3 a little bit. I don't know, these guys, they like it, but that's going to be a common, and that's not like unusual shooting night for these 2 and just our whole team. You know, Morgan can really shoot the ball, Haley can really shoot the ball, JK. I mean, we've got a lot of play. Mooney shoots it well, so I mean, we're really excited about that. We're going to be a 3-point shooting team, and consistently in practice, they've proven that they can make those plays. You feel like if they get their feet set, every time they let it fly, it's going in, and so. I think and that's really contagious, you know, when you make a couple, it gets contagious. And I kind of thought for a second there we might get going, rattle off 3 or 4, and but you saw that momentum change. The 3-point, you know, shot really changes momentum in the women's game for sure.
For the players, 8 of the 12 3-pointers came from y'all too. So just talk about y'all's game and what y'all saw tonight and what you want to clean up.
I think we were just out there having fun. I mean, she gives us the green light, so yeah.
Yeah, once we get going, I think we start off a little slow, but once we started getting our tempo going, we find each other, get the right passes in, and get the right shots.
How big is it for y'all just to get her first win, being a part of that?
I mean, it feels really good. I mean, we've been with her at Jones for 2 years. I went with her at Louisiana. I mean, we're back home in Mississippi. It feels really good to be around our family, too.
Yep.
Missy, what's like one of the biggest things you saw tonight that was a real positive that you think y'all guys can build on besides the 3-pointer?
Yeah, I thought we had some players come in off the bench that showed some bright spots. I mean, Ramaya, you know, Mooney, it feels funny calling her Ramaya Mooney. She's going to be a really great player for us this year. So I'm excited about her. You know, it was her first game freshman year. We went with a little experience early with it being a MAC opponent. And really kind of this was a game where there was a lot of unknowns. We didn't really have a true scout on NIU. You know, they have a new coach that has been an assistant coach for a long time. We weren't really sure personnel-wise. A lot of the kids on the roster, we were having trouble in synergy finding clips, and we just didn't have a great feel. So I thought their ability to adjust in-game and their ability to kind of take those things in media and timeouts and be able to make adjustments, it was really encouraging. You know, we have a mature team, an experienced team, and so being able to make those adjustments throughout game and halftime and in different situations can be big for us. But, you know, I think considering, you know, we're big on preparation and having people detailed scout to the T. So it was a tough go tonight. Just we were kind of playing on the fly a little bit, having to make those adjustments, and I thought our players did a great job of adjusting.
I think somewhere in the third quarter that they made a bucket with like 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. They didn't make another bucket until the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, I think that was that stretch where we got like 6 stops out of 7 possessions right there. And so we really kind of challenged them, you know, to try to find 2 or 3 stops in a row. We feel like if we're defending and we're getting stops, and that's going to just feed our transition game. tonight we weren't able to play the tempo I think we really wanted to. You saw it in spurts, but consistently we weren't really able to play the tempo that we wanted to throughout the game. And I think once we get that tempo going for a full 35, 40 minutes, you'll be able to see the way we're really trying to play.
Meloney, can you speak on that tempo a little bit? How to press the ball down the field? I mean, not down the court. Excuse me.
Yeah, I think we started off a little slow. And normally, like what we want to do, we want to push tempo, and that's what gets us going. That's just how we want to play.
And then for you, ball movement key to the game. Can you talk about the ball movement tonight, assisting other players, but also getting your open shots?
Yeah, that's kind of my job as a point guard, to facilitate and get my players open. I'm just glad that they were shooting the ball really well tonight.
The last one, have you got to do?
Missy, just where do you want to see improvement before we even carry on?
Yeah,
Friday?
I think our half-court defense, like we had too many blow-bys. I mean, we talked about that quite a bit.
Yeah.
We had too many blow-bys. They got a few too many offensive rebounds. I think, we spent so much time on our full-court defense, and, I think we've just got to go back and really just dig in and go to work on our half-court defense a little bit. I think offensively, zone offense, we got a little stagnant tonight. We've worked so heavy, our different reads out of our primary break or secondary actions and our man offense. Like, we just really haven't spent a ton of time on our zone offense. So I think as a staff, we've got to go back. We got to really dig into those two things. And, I think you'll see a much improved team on Friday. And, we've got a couple week stretch here where, we're excited about the elementary game. That's going to be fun. That's always one of their most exciting games of the year. And then, we go to Jacksonville State on, I think, Thursday of next week. And we've got a couple games coming. 3 weeks from now we'll be playing the number 8 team in the country with North Carolina State. So we've got a lot of work to do. We've got to get ourselves in a situation where we're getting better every single day, and we've got some big opportunities ahead of us. So just got to go back to work and get better every day.
Thank you all.